right. One last section, the rock cycle, page 60. So now you've learned about the types of rocks. Well, now you get to hear about the rock cycle, which you kind of heard in the last section. So page 60, rocks you see in the world around you might seem like permanent fixtures. Given enough time, however, all rocks change. They are created, destroyed, and recreated in a continuous cycle. Geologists call this ongoing process the rock cycle. The rock cycle has no starting or end point. You can jump in anywhere to see how it works. Let's begin with magma erupting from a towering volcano. The magma, now lava, cools and hardens into igneous rock. Over the course of thousands of years, sun, wind, rain, and freezing temperatures cause the rock to weather or break down into smaller pieces. So when it breaks down into smaller pieces, it's called weathering. When it happens by sun, wind, rain, freezing temperatures, things like that. The pieces continue to weather, slowly breaking down into sediments. Howling winds, flowing water, and gravity gradually move the sediments down the sides of the volcano and beyond. Movements of sediments from place to place is called erosion. Weathering is when it breaks down. Erosion is when it moves. Imagine that the sediments end up in a lake where they settle to the bottom. Over long periods of time, more layers of sediments are deposited on top of them. Compacting and cementing processes eventually turn the deeply buried sediments into sedimentary rock. Now imagine that sedimentary rock is near the edge excuse me, of a tectonic plate. The plate collides with another plate, very slowly, of course. Tremendous heat and pressure generated by the collision gradually turn the sedimentary rock into metamorphic rock. As the plates continue colliding, their rocky edges crumble, and the metamorphic rock is slowly pushed up higher onto Earth's surface. Think mountains. Exposed to air, rain, and snow, the rock begins to weather and erode. Alternatively, one tectonic plate might slide beneath another one. We talked about that, subduction. The metamorphic rock along the edge of the descending plate gets hotter and hotter as it nears the mantle. And at some point, it melts into magma that someday might erupt from a volcano again. Understanding how rocks change help geologists understand how Earth has changed over time. So, the rock cycle is an ongoing process of change in which rocks are created, destroyed, and recreated. It is so interesting to know that it can start and stop. I mean, it just keeps going and going. So, remember that igneous rocks form from cooled lava. Over time, rocks weather. They get weathered or break down into smaller pieces. The pieces continue to break down, and they can be forced, in sediments, becoming sedimentary rock by compacting and cementing. They started out as igneous rocks, but then broken down, they're now sedimentary rocks. And then over time, heat and pressure can change them into metamorphic rock. And they can start the cycle all over again. So this is the last video, and you'll have some more questions, and then you'll be done.